it, you have 2,000 left. It's just an estimate, that's all it is, okay? It will have to have actual paperwork, but what you have to make sure you do is not delete the sewer monies out of there. If he has 20 sewer hookups that he collected $100 for each, then you have to have that $2,000 in that account.
And you're saying that that's critical because we have a loan or we have something that you have
It's
to
mandated
guarantee.
by the state.
Right. But we're not mandated to keep water meters money?
Yeah, we are, we have to have, when you close the water account out, you will take the water deposit portion out of it.
Maybe more than we have in there.
It can't be more than what, I don't think I'm explaining it to you right there.
Okay. It's an estimate. I can
Jim
go
will
with an
have
estimate,
to
I get it.
sit down and see how many sewer deposits he has.
Yeah.
And however many sewer deposits he has to be the figure that's in that account once it becomes only the sewer deposit account.
I understand.
Okay?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. That's our water fund, all of our water. Any other questions on it? It's a lot of numbers, and again, they're all projected. Understandably, it can be confusing at times. Anybody? Okay.
Need a motion to accept. I need a motion to accept the budget, projected budget.
Well, I make a motion that we accept
Got it.
projected water and sewer,
Then just water.
just the water,
Uh-huh.
budget.
Do I have a second?
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now we're going to sewer. And then we'll begin. Okay, sewer, opening balance, $5,000. Projected sewer income, $20,000, so $25,000 in revenue. USDA payment, that is a fixed number. It does not fluctuate. $7,428 is what we pay per year. Payroll, $6,000. Utilities, $2,500. Interfund transfers. The interfund transfers, we are required to fund two counts. A replacement and depreciation account and a debt account. And that's what the $100 a month for each one of those comes out. So $1,200 for the debit account and depreciation and replacement $1,200, which gives us $2,400 on that. And then again, the village payments of payroll and insurance, $2,750. Fees $100, lab tests $1,000, maintenance $1,000, supplies $75, membership $75, post office $300, miscellaneous $100, and financial review $70, which leaves us with about expenses of $23,798, and would leave a closing balance of $1,202. Any question on those? Okay, now next two. This is the sewer debt account and the sewer depreciation, and I want you to look at this figure. $7,926 at the end of the year. This is an important milestone for us. We were required by USDA to fund these two accounts to a $7,000 minimum. It has taken us forever to get to our $7,000 minimum. We are opening the debt account at $6,726, so 3 more payments will break the $7,000 ceiling on that. The $1,200 we put in for the year will bring us to $7,926, and Stan Wolf will finally get off my back. Thank you. We are a little lower in the sewer depreciation and replacement because we did take some money out last year to make some repairs. Was it the fence that we took the money out for? So our opening, that's why they're not equal. The opening balance in the depreciation and replacement is $5,462.50. And again, the $100 a month, $1,200 in will take us to $6,662.50. And so in 2016, we will finally make Stan Wolf happy on that one also and hit our $7,000 minimum. So actually, this is a milestone for us. All right, any questions on the sewer? How much?
Let's get to put in the budget for
How much did I put for what?
budget.
Income
Budget,
For,
repairs.
for maintenance and repairs, I gave you maintenance $1,000. You want more than that? You've only got 1,202 to play with, you want more?
$2?
Yeah, you have $2. Okay.
You ready for a motion?
Yeah.
Can I have a motion to reject the sewer budget?
Motion we accept the projected sewer budget as
Excuse me.
given.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay. Yippee.
good job, thank you.
Wasn't that fun? Okay. Did you sign them all? Just make
I'm
sure you
looking.
sign them all.
I'm looking for my name.
All right,
I think so. Very much.
thank you. The state loves you.
Right. What else?
They'll be so happy.
Okay. I'm right here, right now.
Water report.
Need a water report.
All's pretty quiet.
All is quiet, can I put that in a minute? All is quiet?
Our bill, our balance is $9,047.49. And our usage was way low this month.
Was it?
Yeah,
Wow. Cool.
That's because I had to fix my water heater, and it wasn't leaking all over the floor.
Yay.
Probably people stopped watering some too, maybe.
Anybody else see them?
That's it.
No.
Jan?
I'm pleased to say I have nothing.
And we haven't heard from DNR in a month, so life was good.
That's
Okay,
okay.
sewer report, Jan.
Uh,
Sewer report.
Balance on it is $5,237.15. Pretty quiet on it.
That's it?
No new hookups or disconnections?
No, well, Scott Johnson,
Oh, yeah.
they moved, so I just
Transferred.
just transferred their deposit stuff. And Mr. Woosley,
Oh, Woolsey. Woolsey.
yeah, he had to have his septic tank pumped out the other day, so they wanted to,
Bob Series on the corner
Series
down there.
house.
John
Drummond's is living.
and so he wanted
That's
to,
Saul's cousin, the lady is.
Brenda.
he wanted to dump the stuff in the lagoon. I collected $25 off of him, but it's in the check bank map. What?
I'd say would.
Didn't hurt nothing.
I didn't say anything, I just looked at you. All right.
Fundraisers.
Wait a minute, we got
I
Jason.
shouldn't have done that.
Oh, yeah, we have Jason's sewer report, sorry.
Everything is up to date with DNR. I dropped off some paperwork for you to file for wastewater. My binder is too full. Thank you very much. Have a Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas. Jason.
Will you please find out, because I think only you communicate with him, each of our permits that we have with the state related to the sewer and which ones they are and when they expire for me, please? Thank you.
We on permit for
What are the sewer permits? These other towns around us are getting their warning and we gotta make major changes and I don't want us to be waiting until it expires to be in trouble. So, that's why I'm
There's
asking.
breakfast report.
Mhm.
Find the permits, the DNR permits.
Do you have a receipt you want to turn in?
Please donate it.
Need a copy of it.
Okay. Fundraisers.
Oh, back there.
Hunter's Breakfast We grossed $422, our expenses were $30, that was for gravy, and Beth donated a lot of gravy, and Patty donated biscuit mix, and milk was donated, and coffee was donated. Anyway, so we only paid for some packets of gravy, which gave us a net of $392.
But we'd set aside $300, right? So we're not gonna spend that. In the budget, don't we have a $300 line item for fundraisers, like the expenses that we accrue and then it cycles back in and all that?
Yeah, but I think it's only 50 this year.
Who's on 50?
It's only 50.
Okay, maybe it was 300, the one that I looked at for
It
next year.
was last
Okay.
year. It's not this year. It could not do.
2014 this year, you're saying?
Yeah.
But then
For
it-
200, for 2015, it's $50.
And what is it for 2014?
It was probably 300.
So that is, so I was correct about that
Oh,
part.
you got that, yeah.
Mhm.
So tell me if that means that we now have, since we only had, we've paid expenses of, whatever that is, $40 or something, $50. So
No.
we,
No, this is our gross. That's what we took in, and our expenses were $30. We netted
392.
$392. Okay.
And we
You may have seen
allocated-
the seed money that went in and went out.
Did it go in and go out?
Oh, yeah. Seed money always goes in and goes out.
So, but we didn't need it, right? We didn't use the seed money for this.
I'm not,
I
the
thought there
Hunter's
was,
Breakfast, we didn't use seed money on, but there is seed money listed for, the tea and, the spring tea, and there's seed money for the Christmas festival. I'm not clear what you're asking.
and did we use the seed money for those? I wanna know
Yes.
if we have any money that we budgeted that came back. So if we had $300 in there, and this was the only thing we had, and we took in $392, seems to me like we get to keep that $300 that we budgeted, right?
Yeah, but the seed money is a wash.
And that's what I'm asking, is it indeed a wash, or did we actually
No, the
make
seed
some
money
money?
is, yeah,
Okay,
we made 300, there were no seed money here, we made $392, okay?
Mhm.
All right, and the seed money has already been taken out of the gross you're looking at. The first thing I do is pull the seed money, okay? So on the Christmas festival, that does not include the seed money.
I understand
It's
that.
already been removed. So our gross was $441.76. We made $120 on photos with Santa, and we made $321.76 on soup and chili lunch. There were absolutely no expenses, so our net, because the seed money's already gone, was $441.76. Did that answer the question?
When you say the seed money's gone, what does that mean? Exactly.
We take out to start the event, because people need change, we call it seed money. So we put $300 in the drawer. And then as everybody pays for the items or whatever, the meal or whatever, when the final tally is given to me, the first thing I do is remove that $300. And it goes right back into the bank. That's our $300 out and $300 back in. Once that's removed, I then give you the gross for what we made. So if you counted the seed money in this, we had $200 on the chili and 100% as photos, $300 in seed money. If you counted the seed money, it would be $741. But I removed the seed money immediately. It always goes back in. It is not counted in our gross.
My question, does that answer your question? My question is, we budgeted for that $300. I
Mhm.
understand you explained beautifully how that goes in and goes out.
Mhm.
But my question at the end of to start next year, that
Mhm.
$300 is part of this $2,000 we're rolling over.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks.
Mhm.
Sorry I didn't ask it more clearly to start with.
Okay, no, we're good.
Okay, we have any old business? No. New business. Snow removal.
Wait a minute, Donna wants to report
I have
on
a
that.
question on the fundraisers.
Mm-hmm.
You say we are lacking X amount of dollars in fundraisers for next year. And I have a great report from all the vendors. They were all very happy. They're ready to come back next year. David, you're all singing your praise. We are the only festival that does the music. and they thought it was great. Absolutely great. We can't thank you enough.
I got a pay gig for Bethany next year, so.
Oh, really? At the Legion Hall?
I don't know what they're- I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I bet Pat grabbed you.
Yeah.
I know she did. But anyway, Jan and I have been talking a lot about it, and I will do the festival again next year, if that's what everybody wants. We could use some more help in that department for sure. I can handle the vendor part of it, but the betterment, the village kind of need to decide, because maybe do we want to split up the festival, so some goes to the village, some goes to the betterment. One year, maybe the village would get the money from the vendors and the betterment would get everything, you know what I'm saying? Split it up where this year it was done with the Pacific idea that it was gonna go to pay off the school windows.
Which it did, which we're grateful for.
So
It was awesome.
that's just an idea that we can think about if we are short, since you're not doing the Christmas Village store anymore. Maybe next year, we wanna take the vendor funds and give them to the village and let the betterment have the breakfast and lunch, or, you know, because the vendors bring in the most income.
That's a good suggestion too, something you guys might think about.
Appreciate
as far
all
as
your
that.
hard work.
You did an
Yes.
excellent
Yeah.
job.
This is awesome.
Very good, great. Thank you, Donna. You
You bet.
really did do a good job.
Be ready for the business now.
Before I forget, when you go to look for Santa next year, I have someone for you to ask.
Okay. Santa was rough, we pulled him out by the skin of our teeth right at
He
the
was a
end.
good kid.
We're all
He
betting
was-
you pulled him out of a gas station.
I'll tell you what, that was all
He was a great kid. He really was a good kid.
Stacy was doing that. No, he didn't do it at the end. I think it was her husband, or it was an older gentleman, my age, that went up with him. I was so thankful I had purchased a gift card to give whoever showed up first Santa from Casey's. I said, here you go. It's not much, but it'll buy you some gas. I was just tickled to death.
Thanks
that
for
one.
coming.
So,
Whoever was behind the beard did a great job with kids and adults both.
well, it was supposed to be Stacy Lewis's son, and he backed out. And I think it was her husband. I'm really not sure, but he did great. Who was that gentleman that was here?
Mr. Winkett
I don't remember his name before.
is on Fifth Street.
Just keep looking at Jen. I think we can get down to Sarah's and get that beard whitened up a little bit.
I tried, Jim. I got a bold cap. No, I got, ooh, back off. Don't even approach Jim with Santa.
We've all tried that
again.
one. We've all heard the answer to that.
All right, let's move on. I want to go home.
Yes, ma'am.
Snow removal.
Yes.
Mr. Henry has approached me with asking that we give him a little bit more money this year to remove the snow from the streets. He feels like that we pay Craig to do the grading in at picnic time, that we possibly need to pay him as much as we pay Craig. Discussion.
Is that paid per hour, the hourly rate?
Yes. He's-
He gets on the coal tractor and blades the snow all day long. And
And what are we paying him now?
We're paying him minimum wage. He asked me if we would consider paying him at least $10 an hour, which is what we paid for the maintenance on the roads for the gravel.
The tractor has no heater on
It has no seating.
it. I did, he used to do
Yeah.
that now.
He does a great job on our alley. He does a good job. And minimum wage is a shame.
no, I think it's
The rate.
well worth $10 an hour.
What do you call it? Move, we pay him $10 an hour for snow removal.
Got a second?
I'll second.
All in
Everybody
favor?
will be happy.
Aye.
Good, I can tell him something good tomorrow.
I mean, maybe we want to pay more, but I think it's certainly worth that.
Yeah, we'll be happy.
Part of that, so that's kind of a winner we have.
Yeah.
And see, doing the post office and the school like you did
Yes.
before? Okay. I know it's more than that, but I know he's at
I know
school
he is a
before.
school, I don't know about the,
David, you seconded it.
Yes, ma'am, for the big second, big second of the $10.
Yeah, he was kind of grumpy at the firehouse meeting.
I know Crown Center, they're paying $17.50 to $27.50 an hour.
And I've got a better tractor with a heater. Okay, what
No,
else?
no.
that's it. Any comments from the board, and we're done.
I have a question. I noticed the dates for next year's meeting are in here. What time will we be starting those meetings? Are we now set at 6:30, or are we going to 7, or what are we doing?
6:30 works.
Okay, that's fine. We're not, I just need to know.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I have a motion to adjourn.
Madam Chairman, can I just say a couple things? I should have probably said it in public comments, but
Okay.
this is a nomination from the floor. Coincidentally, you guys kept mentioning Santa.
Oh, yeah.
While I was sitting here, I kept looking at Jim, and I thought,
You're not
I
gonna have
nominate
it.
Jim for the village Santa next year. I'm gonna sit on your lap, Jim, and tell you what I want for Christmas.
And look
I
at where
tried
you're at.
and he would not.
Perfect.
do it.
Christmas spirit.
I've tried for years to get him to do that.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Does anybody have to file tonight?
Hey, I wanted to say something else just real quick regarding dogs running that large. You know, a couple weeks ago there was something in the Gallatin paper, and it was kind of slamming the sheriff's office that we don't go out on animal calls. Well, if it wasn't for animals and if it wasn't for cows and dogs in this county,
Yeah.
that's 3/4 of our work. And so we deal with dogs all the time. But if you don't know, there is no county ordinances involving dogs, only if they're aggressive or if they bite. So it doesn't matter if it's in the county or in your village. We do have some leverage there. Because I know countywide there's a constant problem with dogs. So I don't want anybody to leave here thinking that we don't look into animal violations, because we do.
Thanks for coming. Good to see you.
Yes.
And Merry Christmas, Ben.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I move